Alright, you gonna work this time? Alright, looks like it might work. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you the 20th part of my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV. This is going to be a little bonus day. I decided to do a bonus day because I'm going to go ahead and make this kind of like a filler episode, where I'm going to grab all of the crafting and gathering classes, and I'm going to start using them to try and grab some Grand Company seals, because I need to get a buttload of these. Now, what was I gonna do? First things first, let's go ahead and say hi to the company. And let's go ahead and check on these. Ah, Byron, you didn't sell anything? Well, actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and try to see if we can't sell anything. Marva sticks going for 500. Still nothing. Wow, that's never going to sell big time. Selling for quite a bit. We'll go ahead and place them up too. Another thing that'll help me with the crafting classes will mean I won't have to worry about whatchamacallits anymore either. The repairing my armor. Oops, speaking of which, I should probably go dump off. I need to go back to the inn so I can dump off the guild that I've got. Oh, that doesn't gonna help anyways. I might do a dungeon or two. I'm gonna try and get the dailies done so I can get extra seals. And then to top it off, if I can unlock Zamile Darkhold fully, I will do that. What I mean by fully unlocking means getting both missions so that way I can one and done it. That is my plan. Part of the reason why I'm doing this. Gotta check and see if I can sell these items. They're both tanks. I wanted to be healing. Alright. Tinder right here. Go ahead and unlock that. Leatherworker. I've already got botany. I need to go over there anyways to get my first hatchet. Greetings and welcome to the Leatherworkers Guild. Here we produce the finest leather goods, taking care to honor the lives which were sacrificed for their creation. Our leather armor is worn by the archers and lancers of this great nation, and favored by all who prefer that their protection does not come at a cost to mobility. If you wish to place an order, I bid you visit Fen-Eel Fineries. If, on the other hand, you have a mind to join our guild, I should be happy to assist you. Might you be interested in becoming a leatherworker? Yes, I will be. Nothing would make me happier than to welcome a new initiate into our ranks. However, it is essential that you first understand the burden that every leatherworker must bear. As you cannot have failed to notice, Twelveswood is blessed with an abundance of life, and we Gridanians have long hunted the forest creatures for both nourishment and clothing. But Gridania is unlike any other place. The elementals that watch over the Twelveswood have never looked kindly on the taking of life, and those who flout their governance do so at their own peril. The elementals decreed that life not be taken without due necessity, and so the Trappers' League was formed to regulate the hunting of animals. Though the Workers' Guild was subsequently founded to manage the fair and equitable distribution of pelts. Nowadays, adventurers are a major supplier of pelts, and leather goods have become widespread, but in times past they were rare and precious. The Workers' Guild has not forgotten those times. We treat leather with no less respect than the living creatures whence it comes, and craft goods of the highest quality. In so doing, we honor the lives lost and minimize the need for further killing, an oft-forgotten benefit of our products' surpassing durability. Our guild is also the sole producer of the famous Fen-Eel brand of leather goods, the Pride of Gridania. These products represent the ultimate expression of our core tenets and the transcendence technique which shaped them. Know, though, that being a guild member does not automatically make you a Fen-Eel artisan. You must earn the right to become one. For most of the leatherworkers here, having the fruit of their labors bear the Fen-Eel brand is yet a distant dream. That is the life which awaits you, should you choose to walk our path. Success will not be handed to you, but I guarantee that you will have the opportunity to seize it. So if you wish to make your name for yourself and craft goods which are the envy of all, you have come to the right place. Speak to me once more if you wish to learn more about the enrollment process. Sorry about it, I'm getting a little mucusy. I don't know why it happened. I think my allergies might be starting to act up. Have you decided to join the Leatherworkers Guild? Yes, I want to join. Give me coin. Give me shards. Give me XP. Very well, I invite you to speak with Guildmaster Geva. She is a brilliant artisan, personally responsible for the creation of countless Fen-Eel products. You have doubtless heard her name before. The Guildmaster's patterns are uniformly elegant, and with them even novice craftsmen can cut their materials with minimal waste. It is for her to decide if you are fit to join us. She can be found in the work area within. Present yourself to her and do not waver in your determination. So you wish to become a leatherworker. If you've spoken with Randall, then you've been told what it means to work with leather, the weight you must carry, the responsibility you must bear. Not just to the elementals, mind you, but also to the guild. Our craftsmanship is unrivaled, and each member is expected to live up to that reputation. Once you join, there is no turning back. If you dishonor us, I shall flay you myself and make a chocobo saddle from your hide. Scary. Will you swear to uphold our traditions and be the best leatherworker you can be? Yes. Very well, you may learn our craft within these walls. Though you seem ill-equipped to do even that. I will give you a head knife to help you on your way, but the rest is up to you. Do not presume that your association with us means your work will bear the Fen-Eel name. Until you prove yourself worthy, you will not be permitted to so much as touch a Fen-Eel product, much less craft one. Now then, if we're to continue with your initiation, you'll need to put that knife in your hand first. Talk to me when you're ready to begin. Okay. Naked. Darn. My first head knife. Well, you've passed the first test, gripping your knife by the handle and not the pointy end. Now it's time to see how well you can wield it. Make me a circle of leather. You'll need an animal skin to do so. Newcomers to our craft often imagine that they need to hunt in order to obtain their materials, but if you have the sense the gods gave chocobos ours, you would realize that's hardly the case. Oz's gift over by our receptionist sells most of the items commonly used in our craft. However, she cannot supply you with earth shards. And that's it for my advice. The rest is up to you. Once you've made the circle of leather, bring it here to be inspected. I can't say I have great expectations for your work. Just see to it that you do not waste good skins. Now away with you. Visit the side of the circle of leather for Guildmaster Gamma. Select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. Yeah. We'll do that later. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go, before I forget, I'm gonna go pop on to Botanist. We'll go to the Botany Guild. There's a quest to pick up, yeah. My first hatchet. I see you have your hatchet on you. Very good. The botanist's hatchet is his livelihood. Never forget this. If you fail to keep its blade clean and keen, your efforts will yield you naught but sweat and splinters. But let us see about your first task. Ah yes, to help you grasp the basics of botany, I would have you gather 10 pots worth of latex. They changed this. It used to be, I think it was 99 pots you had to grab. The forest yields to us many and more resources. It is the botanist's job to know what can be found and where. If it is latex you require, you would do well to search just outside the Blue Badger Gate or the Yellow Serpent Gate. Seek out the mature trees that stand in those areas, and then put your hatchet to use. I wish you well. Botanists can use hatchets and other cutting tools to log the forests of Eorzea and gather materials used in crafting. Trees that are primed for logging are known as mature trees. To locate mature trees, make your way out of the city and then use the botanist action known as triangulate. Roger Dodger. Darn, I was really hoping to get double dungeon runs, but looks like I won't be able to get that reset in. There's one more to grab in Gridania. Over this way. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenter's Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. If carpentry holds any appeal, you should consider joining our guild. Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Hell yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Now before we proceed, I think it only right that I acquaint you with our guild's storied past. So great. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the 12's wood. As our nation grew and prospered, the woodworker's repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles, and carpentry developed into an art. At first, there was no association of carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his services independently. However, the advent of watermills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimes, all of which necessitated organization. The Carpenters Guild was founded to oversee the operation of watermills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now, I must mention at this point that we owe much more of our prosperity to the Great Loam Growery. Thanks to the hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstances allows us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, that was rather longer than I intended. Yes, it was. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep of the collected wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of its history, to actively seek an understanding of wood and the techniques required to work it, rather than simply waiting to be taught. We expect, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. Would you like to learn more about the enrollment process? That's why I'm still here. Way of the Carpenter. Wonderful! I should mention at this point that Timbermaster Beaton assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you will need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timbermaster Beaton can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you could ask for no better tutor. He is quite simply the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings, but you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you to choose your words carefully and resist the urge to run away. I actually like Beaton. Beaton's kind of cool. Another green adventurer come to play with saws. Well then, I suggest you first speak with the... Oh, you've met with Korg, have you? That is well, but know that the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me a true adventurer, have you the mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? Yes. Gimme. The look on your face bespeaks determination, or mayhap trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain for the time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are as a seedling, some potential perhaps, but no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what you require, boy, and I shall give you the means to acquire it. Take this saw. It is old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Now prove to me that you are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Oops. Moveset up. My first saw. Good, you have proven that you know how to grip a saw, but do not mistake it for a mere tool, for it is a part of you, of your arm. And you can put down part of... And can you put down part of your arm? No. Mark me then. If you do put it down, and worse, lose the bloody thing, I shall use mine own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. Ah, but I jest. One-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful in my experience. In any case, merely holding a saw does not make you a carpenter, whatever some might think. You must become one with it, learn to feel with it as you work the wood. To it, you must first know the wood. Demonstrate your knowledge by bringing me a length of maple lumber. Maple lumber is made from maple logs, just so. Our man Fariel, by the entrance, will furnish you with such logs for a nominal price. Of course, any fool knows that fresh-cut logs are laden with water. To guard against decay, we use wind shards to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. And then decide the length to make the lumber for Timbermaster Beaton, select logs from the main menu, following by the crafting log. Yeah. I'll fix my bars later. Yes! Alright, if I remember correctly, I picked everything up for Gridania now. I'll go to Ulna next, after I knock out the some gold saucer. Down for the count. Yay, seals and gil. I already made 3,000 gil. Hell yeah. Yeah. Darn. Sincerely contemplating picking up the rest of the combat classes too while I'm at it. Be a lot of grabbing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right fast. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Well, darn. 1620, 306. Would have been better doing that one. Oh, well, I still made it that 11,000. Alright. We got our MCP before the reset. Ooh. Yay! Let's see what dungeon we're gonna run. Hawk Manor. Whoever went upstairs went the wrong way. Never line of sight your healer. Go ahead and back off so I don't accidentally get hit by the terror. I like the tank. They moved straight to the doorway, thinking that there was a ad to pull. The tank moved straight to defend me. That was a good move. Salam. Ah, he wants to test my healing ability. Burn her down! Well, I already got a pair of those. They might be useful. Let me roll on them. Oh wait, I might have better already. Oops. Eh. Adaptive, I like that. Keeps the threat going. Yeah, that's how you do it. Oh shit. Oh. I didn't actually mean to go pull the next group, but, you know, oh well. We'll test it. Good stun. Oh shit. No! There we go. Oh, you didn't stun it. Or maybe you did. A Denverite ring. We got the bloody parchment, right? Ah, crack of the neck. Good, we did get it. Cool, no one got petrified. I'll take it. Oh, go figure. The bard's out of the range. Yay! Go ahead and give it to the tank. I already have a tide splitter. Hey, I got a combination back, yay. And it's before the reset, so I get another chance to get another bunch of Grand Company seals. Alright, let's go to Oda. Actually, something maxed out. Oh, I got a bunch of max outs. 3 spell speed, 3 mind. I don't know if that's better or not, per se. Any of this maxed out? I don't think so. Nope. Look at all that delicious materia. Already got 13,000 in the bag, too. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all the classes and areas. I already got all Gridanius. It was a conjurer and archer with the lancer. So, that's all taken care of. So now I gotta go and do all the stuff here. Hello, and yes, doing quite fine. How I want to say this. Alright, so we're gonna go to the... where is it? Alchemist skills. Ah, an adventurer, one of my favorite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for sagacity that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to the Alchemist Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manner of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond his natural physical limits. As an adventurer, I am sure you can appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. What say you, sir? Care to take up mortar and pestle and join our ranks? Yes. Wonderful. Now then, allow me to give you a brief history of the guild before we tackle the official paperwork. Though alchemists are presently known as the quintessential brewers of potions, the profession itself arose from the desire to achieve an as-yet unrealized ambition. The original driving purpose behind our art was, and perhaps still is, the discovery of a process that can transform base metals into gold or silver. And the mystical medium thought necessary to effect such a transformation is the Philosopher's Stone, which is itself believed to have Panacean properties and be capable of bestowing eternal life. Though success yet eludes us, years of endless experimentation towards this golden goal had the initially unintentional consequence of unearthing a wealth of knowledge in the field of alchemical medicine. Regretfully, alchemy's potential to enrich the lives of the masses was first met with a wave of distrust, as if our ability to create helpful compounds was akin to dabbling in back-alley witchcraft. The profession eventually gained credibility in Ul'dah through its integration into traditional medicine by Frondale's Frontistry, an institution known for producing respected physicians. Once the city's shift in perception became known, budding alchemists wishing to study without fear of persecution journeyed to Ul'dah from every corner of the realm. It was not long before this gathering of inquisitive minds banded together to form the Alchemist Guild. Thus, while our organization is intensely focused on perfecting and sharing the fruits of our research, it is also of paramount importance that we uphold the reputation of alchemy itself as a legitimate discipline. If you would revel in the secrets of our art, then you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you truly enter the world of alchemy. I need to ask a burning question. Are you a Blizzard fan? Your last name is intriguing. Have you arrived at a decision? Are you ready to exalt in the arts of alchemy and commit to the responsibilities that your enrollment entails? This is another fun one. I like this storyline. Well, kind of fun, but also kind of sad. I like it, though. It's a good storyline. Way of the Alchemist. Excellent! Then allow me to direct you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You'll find Guildmaster Severian tending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is a rather intense individual. Pray choose your words with care. Severian. Nah. Severian's an interesting character. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey. Come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Not a lackey, an aspiring alchemist, did you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you alright. A random roll, huh? Did that babbling fool Dietrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now be gone before I am forced to. But wait. Perhaps I can. Yes. You may be the very assistant I require. I've had a change of heart. Congratulations, I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here is your first alembic. Try not to drop it. For there is much work to be done. Yes, much work. Interesting. One of the first Blizzard games I ever played was called Blackthorn. Whoops. That's true. From what I remember, the very first game I ever played that was Blizzard Entertainment made was Blackthorn, and I will be playing that for the channel. I have a digital copy of it for PlayStation. So it's gonna be fun. Probably gonna get my butt handed at me a bunch of times too. My first alembic. I see you've managed to take hold of the alembic without injuring yourself. An auspicious beginning. Let us see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered alembic there and make me a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water is simply the end result of purifying a mercury sample of life's most vital element. As such, it provides the perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental processes, taking a material and refining it into a purer form. To perform this rudimentary exercise, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier standing near the entrance to the guild. The name momentarily escapes me. Esmenet? Yes, that was it. If it happens that you find this basic task beyond your abilities, then mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you, which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thought of having to select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. Inside the bottle of distilled water for the Guildmaster Severian, select logs from the main menu followed by crafting log, and yada yada yada. What did you say? Maybe it was a game devs played before and put it in the random names list. It was a very cool name. It's great. Actually, I'm gonna retract that. I kind of like pretty much all of the crafting storylines that I remember. They were pretty good. Alright, go grab the Thaumaturge. Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield the power of thaumaturgy, I urge you to seize the moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Yes, I will join. Yes, there truly was no other answer, was there? Lean closer now, and I shall whisper to you of thaumaturgy's beginnings. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from ancient Baladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nal'thal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse. A bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life, the dwellers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which awaits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. I need a drink. Swig de aqua. Cool down the throat a little bit. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? Way of the Thaumaturge. A wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principle. All 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild, when one is required. Master Kokobago, I believe. Ooh, I could challenge the person to, cards now. This is gonna be funny. Who? What? Oh, Thal's teeth, man. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face, Kokobago. This gentleman is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, prelate Yayaki. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems to ever beyond her grasp. Ha ha ha. Well, I for one find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, good sir. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak. What's this? What's this? Thou hast led to us a new aspirant. Ah, Kokobuki, were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence. The thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorcerer's teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of the thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap through the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Yes. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, hero. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be in addition to your hunting log, the names of such enemies that which will provide suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are the scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. Did you believe your initiation over, my dear disciple? We have only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip that part for now. I'm also going to skip going up against Coco, or what's her name, Yayake? Yeah, she's quite the difficult card player. I have to do other things other than getting stuck playing Triple Triad. Okay, Miners Guild, I don't think I finished everything on Miners Guild. My first pickaxe. You look good with a pickaxe, hero. Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns his craft best in the wilderness with pickaxe in hand. To begin, let's see how you fare with the good old copper ore. Bring me, say, 10 chunks. I think it was 50 for the latex and 50 for this. It was either that or 99, I forget. It was quite a bit, though. There are deposits of the stuff throughout Thanalan. I doubt you'll have to go very far outside the city. Seek out some promising locations outside the Gate of the Sultana and the Gate of Null, and swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time you'll become second nature. Miners use pickaxes and other tools to extract the mineral wealth of Eorzea and gather materials using the craft. Locations that can be mined for resources are known as mineral deposits. To locate mineral deposits, make your way out of the city and then use the minor action known as prospect. Yay! How many? I got 6 of 30. That's not bad. Alright. On to the Weaver's Guild. This guy should seem familiar to most of y'all if you've been paying attention. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the wellspring of Uldan fashion. From humble thread, our peerless artisans weave wonders, dreams in fabric form. We are renowned as Eorzea's finest purveyors of quality textiles, and as her foremost arbiters of style. Needless to say, such renown was not won without effort. Ours is a tremendously demanding profession, you see, but also a highly rewarding one. It is little wonder that so many adventurers have set their hearts upon joining us. Might you be one of them? Yes. I thought as much. Then I'm sure that you're eager to learn all about our illustrious history. Not really, I just want to get the needle in the shard, so I can go ahead and get started. As I'm sure you know, Thanalan can be a perilous place, its vast deserts being wont to punish the unprepared, while a menagerie of ferocious beasts stalk the sands, the greatest foe is, of course, the midday sun. And so ever since man first set foot in this region, he has favored light, flowing fabrics that shield him away from the sun's rays while allowing his skin to breathe. Of course, Uldans have ever been a people of taste, and demand for more extravagant designs spurred innovation, resulting in textile goods whose appeal extended far beyond our borders. Merchants had little trouble selling Uldan fabrics in foreign markets, so great was their reputation for beauty and quality. And when the traders from those same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanalan, well, it gave us little cause for concern. Sun silk tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Ulda, you see.
Those who come here hoping to peddle cheap rags swiftly learn the price of doing business in our territory. Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade choose instead to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Boldon society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful, and should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment as Sunsoak weavers. Just imagine, adventurer, your designs could one day dictate the course of Boldon fashion. If you desire such fame and influence, then you might be granted a place with us, provided that you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guildmaster has taken it upon himself to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready to submit yourself to his rigorous scrutiny, say the word. Are you ready to meet the guildmaster? First impressions are everything, and you do not want to present yourself poorly. Way of the Weaver. Excellent, though I do wonder if your attire is appropriate for the occasion. You will find the esteemed Redolent Rose supervising guild operations over yonder. He is, how should I put this? He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. So long as you demonstrate that you are similarly committed, he will treat you fairly and with respect. Eccentric lot. Hey, I will play you in Triple Triad, though. Look at all the lovely cards that my little admirers gave to me. Aren't they simply divine? I match, but I don't even know the rules, really. I just find the illustrations so gorgeous, you know. Well, if you insist. I'm about to tool you. Okay, wait, never mind. That's a lot of stuff. What did I get myself into? I win! And I got the card. It's not very sporting of you to beat up on a poor girl who scarcely knows the rules of the game, you know, and here I thought you were a gentleman. Thanks for your card. What do we have here? Another adventurer in search of thrills and excitement. Shall I dance you a merry jig? No. Well, if this fails to please you, I suggest you run along. Perhaps the women of the Ruby Road Exchange will be more to your liking. Oh, so you mean to become a weaver? Then we have something to discuss after all. I shall be blunt. Weaving is an art, and like all true artists, we must make sacrifices and suffer for our craft. So tell me, adventurer, are you prepared to suffer? Suffer well. So you say, but only time will tell. In any case, you will need equipment to get started. This needle should suffice for now. I need not explain what a needle is, I trust. Good. Then hold it as you would when sewing, and show me you're ready to begin. Roger Dodger. Oops. Move the set up. My first needle. Well, you look like you were born to hold one of those. Even so, I suggest you keep it somewhere safe, especially when clambering over haystacks, as I shan't be issuing you another. Now, you certainly look the part, but it remains to be seen if you can play it. I bid you craft me a spindle of hempen yarn. A trifling task, yes, well, I do hope you find it so. Should it seem even remotely testing, you have no future at this guild. To make hempen yarn, you will require moko grass and lightning shards. The former can be purchased from our own dear Jijima. The latter you will have to find for yourself. That is all. To synthesize a spindle of hempen yarn for Redolent Rose, select logs from the main menu followed by crafting log. They really shouldn't repeat that too much. But oh well. Alright, what else do I need to grab in this area? Oh, I need to get goldsmithing. Yep, goldsmith will be the last one here. Good evening to you, adventurer, and welcome to the Goldsmiths Guild. Have you come to observe our artisans at work? Indeed, it is a marvel to watch goldsmiths transform raw materials and uncut gemstones into sparkling rings, earrings, and necklaces, some of which possess magical properties, no less. You know, if you'd like to try your hand at goldsmithing, the guild is open to adventurers like yourself. No prior experience is required, for we teach all you need to know about the craft. Would you be interested? That's why I'm here. It pleases me greatly to hear you say so. As the first step, I would have you understand the purpose of our guild. The vast mineral resources of Thanalan have given rise to a grand goldsmithing tradition, which has been refined through the ages. Our techniques are renowned across the realm, our creations held in the highest regard. However, we of Eshtime's lapidaries, the premier source of Uldan jewelry, were not content to rest on our laurels. Seeking to advance our craft, we turned our eyes to the east, the only place in the known world whose goldsmithing was said to rival our own. We built the finest facilities to beckon their masters hither, and blended their foreign techniques with ours. Our guild quickly became the center of Eorzean goldsmithing. Aye, here you shall benefit from the refined wisdom of countless veteran craftsmen. You will learn to see the potential in the materials and shape them to your will. I need a drink again. These are essential skills, for a goldsmith must own his eyes to identify and appraise all manner of materials, and, when needs be, recognize imitations for what they are. It is even said that a master goldsmith can ascertain the authenticity of a man himself. You may one day come to possess such vision, but even the most magnificent jewel begins life as a rough-hewn stone. It must first be cut and polished before it can delight the eyes with its brilliance. If you would become a goldsmith, you must needs refine yourself as you would a gemstone. It would take much time and effort, and there is no guarantee of success. Should you be certain that this is the life you seek, speak to me once more. Before you can embark upon your journey to become a goldsmith, you must first seek an audience with our guildmaster. Are you ready to do so? Yes, way of the goldsmith. You shall find Mistress Serendipity on the workshop floor, just down the steps. Show her your burning desire to learn, and you are certain to receive her permission to join. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had you mistaken for a moment there, let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith? Yes, I do. Really? That's great. Welcome, welcome. I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Ah, right. What did you say your name was again? Apollo. Oh, right, the hero. Well then, hero. Work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves at Eshtime's Aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good, next order of business. Here's your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never you mind that, just show me that you know how to hold it so we can get started. Right. Apparently a lot of people are dunce-caps. They don't even know how to hold a hammer correctly. Jeez. We'll move this. Whoops. That should work. My first chaser hammer. Great, let's get started. Though to be honest, I'd swear you've done this before by the way you wear the hammer on your hip. Mind you, even if you do have some experience, a responsible guildmaster must ensure that her charges have a firm grasp of the fundamentals. Therefore, I command you to craft me a copper ingot. It's simple, really. All you need is copper ore and a wind shard. Our guild supplier, Aston, will supply you with copper ore, and I gave you a few wind shards along with your hammer. At least I think I did. If it turns out you don't have any, you'll need to get some yourself. Isn't this exciting, hero? Your first real challenge as a member of the Goldsmiths Guild. Show me the ingot when you're done. Good luck. To synthesize a copper ingot for Serendipity, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. That might have been the last one here. Looks like it. Now we gotta go to Limsa. Oh wait, we gotta check and see if there's any new developments, because the reset just occurred. What we got? I can do guild has. Give me them seals! Ooh, almost at 4,000. Yay. I think I need like 7,000 or something just to level up again. Rank up, quote unquote. You just stood in it. Really? And just burn them. Ooh, achievement. Father knows Hest. I like that. Whew. So I have to get the Arcanist, the, ooh, I'm gonna pick up Rogue. Finally. I'm probably gonna diddle around with the Rogue, too. Cause that gives you Ninja! I should probably use Ninja as my primary DPS. Ooh. Come on. That needs to pop. I still haven't gotten all of Bateron's cards. That is very surprising. Go to the Marauders Guild. You'll get the Marauder class. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any axe worth wielding needs two hands on the haft and has a blade that can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're in mind to make the Marauders' art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say you, lad? Keen to join the ranks? That's why I'm here. Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without the sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Galatian Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats, neither. They were warriors who sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are you? Think it over. Let me know if you decide to join our ranks. Way of the Marauder. You've decided then. You're ready to join the Marauders Guild. Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple. I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of the unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Winesman's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Cutscene. Yes, I'm Wernzoan. Axemaster, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. The Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Bolthoda, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits you in any initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yes. Very well, your name. Attend to me well then, hero. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. I present to you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grip the haft with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. I'm going to go ahead and wait on that. Let's learn to cook. And we ain't making meth. I beg your pardons, good sir, but this is the Culinarians Guild. If you're here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron. Might I assume, then, that you wish to become a culinarian? If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinarians Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Yes, I do. Actually, here's a random fact. Growing up, I kind of wanted to be a cook / culinarian chef. One of the many things that I wanted to aspire to become, but sadly, that did not come to pass. Wonderful! Then without further ado, I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. As you are doubtless aware, Limsa has long been the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich culinary tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. First is our proximity to the fertile lands and plentiful seeds of Vilbrand, which have ever yielded bounteous produce. The second is our standing as the realm's foremost trading port, which grants us access not only to exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed on solely through word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and loss. But that all changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was Admiral Gloskv Blodwenson, also known as Mass Cleaver. The man's love of fine cuisine was such that at sea he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands on the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarians Guild and codified cooking methodology. Today the Guild carries on Blodwenson's legacy, though the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly. Not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly novel culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as your good self. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, and each member to an ingredient imparting a unique flavor. As with every dish, however, adding ingredients willy-nilly is certain to spoil the taste. Before you may take your place in the pot, you must be deemed a worthwhile addition by Guildmaster Linesgift, the man whose passion for cookery burns hotter than any oven. Before troubling him, I must warn you that ours is a truly sweltering kitchen. As such, you would be well advised to ask yourself, can I stand the heat? If you earnestly believe that you can, speak with me once more, and I shall be glad to guide you through the enrollment process. So, have you the resolve to walk the path of the Culinarian? The way of the Culinarian. Wonderful, then you must speak to the Guildmaster Linesgate at once. This will come as no surprise, but he is the finest chef in Limsa Lamenta. His skill and dedication are second to none. You will find the Guildmaster up the stairs yonder, keeping a watchful eye on his charges. Press upon him your desire to learn, and he will surely find a place for you in his stew, by which I mean the guild. Good thing you clarified on that. Otherwise, we'd be talking about cannibalism. I need another swig of water. That was my controller falling out of my lap and the buttons randomly hitting stuff. Well met, venturer. I take it you want to join our guild. Let's have a good look at you then. Bah! What's an undurfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. Ha ha, I jest. I don't take muscle to be a culinarian. Else, it don't even take talent, at least not on its own. No, son, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? Yes, I got the passion. That's the spirit. Your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton. Passion's the only thing that gets us through the gristly bits. But enough talk, what do you call yourself? Well then, hero, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. And might deflect bullets, too. Now then, let's see whether you can tell which end's which. Aye, I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now show me you can hold the skillet, and I'll get you started on your first task. My first skillet. I see you're holding the skillet in the right way around. Good. Culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you yacht else, or your food will look like shite and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make me maple syrup using your skillet. The recipe's as simple as they come. You only need two things, maple sap and a fire shard. Jossie sells sap over at the guild counter. Now time's a waste, so get to work. Don't pay to keep folk waiting in our trade. Guildmaster Lionsgate has tasked you with synthesizing a pot of maple syrup. To commence, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. Okay, I gotta go here. This is the closest one to the next one. So, it was kind of annoying. Yes! Commence. Any day now, DPS. At this rate, we're gonna get kicked back into the queue. Oh, I got quite a bit of wind shards. I'm waiting. Where'd my phone go? Oh, there's my phone. Yep. Like I said, we got kicked back. Excuse me. Ah, Sunken Temple of Karn. I've had quite a bit of headaches from here. Remember to kill the bees first. Not killing the bee first. Guys aren't killing the bees fast enough. Monk's gonna die. Now the gunner's gonna die. Ah, shit. I think I handled that quite well. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna get a bunch of seals for this, because this is the dungeon I needed. Yes! Because of my hunt log. Yay! Yeah, it's not on it. It's gonna reset. Nope. Nope. Oh, I got silence. Crap. I had to sneak it. Yay, I might actually be able to do it. Cool, I got Karn goggles. I'm about to get punted. Yay, more seals. Bring me more seals. I don't think I've ever seen the Breaches of War before. Eh. I hope I can input the code. That means extra loot. I love loot. Loot is good and tasty. Nom nom. I'm not gonna open these side doors up. I'll do that later after everyone leaves, since they don't really care about it too much. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I thought you had it moved correctly. The tank's not doing too shabby, I'm gonna say that. Really should be standing in front of doorways. Ooh, that hurt. Yay, I finally fixed the curse. If you put the correct thing in, you get all this loot. Can't use that. I can get that.
For those of you wondering... Oh. It's the Fruit of Knowledge and the Flame of Magic that you need. Yay! Card breaches a resilience and shell splitter. Sweet. Now I'm gonna go run back. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was looking at my phone right fast. But I'm gonna go ahead and run back and open those 4 doors. That'll give me some other loot. Yay. Oh, you can't open... You can't open them beforehand. Crap baskets. Well, maybe I could pull them out. This is the helm. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need the shards. I hope I can pull them out of the scale. If not, oh well, I'm out 2 chests. Whatevs. This is the Gem of Affluence. You can't pull them out. There you go, by the way. That's what you need to put in. Flame and fruit. For short, flaming fruit. That's what opens the way to loot. Extract materia. Do I have anything better? Conquistadors. Warden's trousers. Ooh, card breaches of resilience are better. Upgrade. Ooh, they even look nice too. I like that. I already have that. That's not better. Huh. These are technically better. Wait, no, these have intelligence. Never mind. Yay, new pants. Alright, so. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into our forge of your own accord, drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. In these here hallowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons. And when I say Limsa's, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. But if you got iron in your veins and the builder's blessing, speak up. Yep. Well, you're not short on confidence. But do you truly know what you're getting yourself into here, lad? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies have forged their weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, the sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine will eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Lucky for us, the smithies of Eld were a determined bunch and clever too, so when they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make it their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us with only the merest hint of pirately prompting, Lemons Smithin came on leaps and bounds. 'Twasn't long before the Gridanians and Uldons started ironing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though. And so, some 150-odd years ago, we particularly forward-thinking men named Theor Naldik and Bryce Vamelli had the bright idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they'd sell their wares to anyone who had the coin, pirates and forwarders included. And when folks weren't inclined to pay, they made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Times have changed, though, and we're a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the blacksmiths and armorers guilds for years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and will to work. As to whether you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Forge Master to decide. Speak to me when you're ready to present yourself to him. So what'll it be? Reckon you've got what it takes to train with the best goddamn blacksmith in the realm? Way of the blacksmith. Ha, that's the spirit. If you'd take any longer to decide, I'd have told you to bugger off no matter what you said. Can't have half-arsed adventurers wasting Forge Master Brethel's precious time, see? He's got a lot of irons in the fire. That's why me and the other lads make a point of keeping idlers, imbeciles, and otherwise unqualified from getting in his way. Anyway, it's time we went and paid your respects to the man. He's the one over yonder making a face like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Alright. Sound of hammering and bringing in from the street, did it, lad? It's well that you find the din inviting, for the Armorers Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. If the clangor of metal striking metal is music to your ears, mayhap you the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lad, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you then? Yep. Well said, lad. Now we should cover a bit of guild history before forging ahead with our formalities. The armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithies were one and the same. But as the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal and armor plates became a specialized trade. And the smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding. The building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helms, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. Seemed as though a line needed drawn, and seeing how Limsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers who chose to cut their ties with the smithies and established a guild of their own. Ugh. As for the smithies, well, the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did sit well with them. And there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since, always trying to outdo each other we are. Which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help us keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master and you can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Hanan's tongue can be stripped the scales off a fish back at 40 paces.
Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress to this side of the Strait of Marathon. Let me know when you muster the courage to speak with her, and I'll see to the rest. Your mind is made up? You're ready to throw your lot in with his armorers? Even though I just threw it in with the blacksmiths too? Hell yeah. I'll join both sides and play devil's advocate. And it's time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. That's no empty title, by the way. Hanans is a renowned shipwright, one of the best crafters in limbs of Lamenta. Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skins of our newest initiates. Cool. Let's go talk with the dude first. He's more laid back, more like surfer dude. About time Randwolf sent me a new recruit. It's been too long. I'm Brithiel, Forge Master of the Blacksmiths Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, it would be my great pleasure to educate you in the finer points of the craft. Oh, the rest of those sour-faced bastards will tell you it's hard guerrilla work fit only for the best and brightest. But I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What do you say then, lad? Will you swing a hammer for old Brithiel? Yeah, I will. Haha! I knew I'd like you from the moment I set eyes on you. What did you say your name was again? Haha, the hero. A name fit for a hero if I ever heard one, because I am the hero. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in Bard's song once, or was it that poor sod cursing in his cups at the wench? But it don't matter if it was saving the world or bedding someone's mother. Oh, I don't remember that line. It's time to forge yourself a new reputation, pound out a new legend. And you can trust old Brithiel to help you do it. Pounding legends, huh? But there I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lad, take this cross-peen hammer. Smitty without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Why don't just stand there gawping at her? Take her in your hands, have a few practice swings, and whatever you fancy. She's all yours now. And what if I wouldn't give it to be you right now, lad? A Smitty never forgets his first hammer. Move it up, move it up, move it up, 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 up. My first cross-peen hammer. Now that there is a beautiful sight. Never forget, a Smitty's hammer is his one true love. Friends will betray you, lovers will leave you, but your hammer will never do you no wrong. God, seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ill-sodden version of me younger self. But on to your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholarlies here. Smitty's learned by doing. Try your hand at making a bronze ingot. Any Smitty worth his salt's got to master the fundamentals, and you can't get more fundamental than that. It ain't complicated. Bronze is just copper and tin melted down and mixed together. Still be needing, that's it, copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folk don't carry stuff like that around with them without reason, Smidmer outside can provide you with some for a price, that is. What the lad can't sell you, though, is the fire shard you'll need. It ain't complicated, but that don't mean it's easy. You need to melt the metals, after all, and to do that, you need to get them hotter than the flame-kissed whore's crotch. Forgot about that line, too. And that's all there is to it. Think you can handle it, lad? To synthesize the bronze ingot for Forge Master Brithiel, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafted file. Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome, I am Hanans, the Forge Master of this guild. I take it Guanako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft. Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you will pit flesh and blood against iron and flame, and without a passion for the forge you will fail. The passion alone will not make an armorer of you. To truly master this craft you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Yes, I do. Ha! I see you have no fear of hard work. That is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you will be out the door before you realize my boot is connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basics. What is your name? The hero? Very well, hero. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly, note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable within your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Cool.
Looks like I won't be doing any crafting. That should be all the crafting classes now. My first dumbing hammer. Ah yes, if I didn't know better, I'd think that you were an armorer hero. Of course, I do know better. Until you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a babe with a rattle to me. And I've no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan, however hard I have to pound. Save your sweat for the forge, lad. I don't expect you to fashion full suits of plate on your first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions, be diligent in your work, and then the skill will come in due time. I didn't miss the innuendo there, by the way. I just didn't feel like pointing it out. Now let's be about your first lesson, shall we? I'm going to take up your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. Mundane task I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft, and bronze ingots are its building blocks. It is not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it is the very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape, and the metal of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you need to procure 2 chunks of copper ore, or a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. The ore can be purchased from Somrub here at the guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Well, are you waiting for me to swing your arm for you? Or mayhap you would have me swing my boot? Synthesize a bronze ingot for Forge Master Hananza using 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. Begin the crafting process. Yeah. Coolios. Got everything. Now, I got one more thing in terms of... I got a gathering class to grab. And I got a few more combat classes to grab here before I could part on home. Alrighty, I need... Go grab the Fisherman's Guild. Well, a well-wishing welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to the Fisherman's bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've seen the bait. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Yes, I want to join. Hooray, hooray! Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman in Limsa Laminza. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites here are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. While some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy crawly critters. You might say we cast a wide net. People prattle about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa. And there's much more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, and all while making sure not to leave any adventurers at the sea. I'll wager you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with the rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the numbers of net fishing yields, but pole fishing positively pulls per your prizes. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in before the guildmaster. Hey, your drink. I'd hate to hear you have a change of heart. You haven't, have you? Nope, way to the fisher. Spoken truly like a true bespoke fisherman. Well then, it's time you met the guildmaster. But unfortuitously, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment and every moment, that is. So Sisyphus tends to tend to tasks that require tending to, such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sisyphus is presiding over those pools whenever you decidedly decide to say hello. She might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. Be yourself and you have nothing to worry about. I'm so glad to get rid of that person that's talking. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word between you and
Malika. So I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wabalago is supposed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry, so all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential anemones. You passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke. Now you only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you never fished before? Yes. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and a prayer, so I suppose you'd spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need the pole and the prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. 1 out of 2 isn't bad. I'll even throw in some in these lugworms, since you're not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Innuendo. Ready? The one I gave you and your lessons can begin. Phrasing, Seaspoo. Phrasing. My first fishing rod. You're looking quite formidable. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now, the first rule of fishing is to hold on to your rod. Take care of your rod, and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and they don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Galutian Bay, so you can catch your meager supper without even walking 10 yalms. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with some of those lugworms I gave you, dip it in the water, and the fish will practically catch themselves. To catch lemons and anchovies for Sisapu, first select a suitable lure using the bait action. Next, approach the water and use the cast action to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your catch. Something I don't plan on doing quite a bit. There's not behind these convent doors for a worldly type like you, Gov. We're the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss, all pure and saintly like. Now bugger off. Hang about. Ain't you that cove as go by the name of the hero? I knew it. We like to snilch all the rising talent, and from what I hear, you're head and shoulders above the rest. If you can handle yourself half as well as they say, you might well be of use to us. Forget all that Sisters of the Edelweiss bollocks. That's just a bit of fun to fob off the curious culls. We're a guild of rogues, mate, and it's mainly our marks that do the praying. Me and mine work in the shadows of Laminza, taking a keen edge to the rooks and cacklers that would have earned themselves a million. We don't tout for members, but every now and again we might offer a promising young cove a place in the ranks. If you have a talent in joining us, tip us your daddles and we'll put a hilt in each one. Just like the gods intended, so what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? Yes, I'll be a rogue. Good to see you're keen, but I should probably warn you of a few points before you dive in. Where most guilds take pride in turning their members into the best bloody candlestick makers they can be, we only care about getting the job done. And the job ain't pretty. You become one of us, and you'll soon be neck deep in scum and knife fights. So if you're looking to scamper across rooftops and bilk dandies of their blunt, you'd best take up with a different crew. Think on that, and come back if you're still keen. My first daggers. I didn't scare you off then, Benny. They told me you was a meddlesome cove, and so it's proved. You'll need every ounce of that metal soon enough. Now step inside and have a prattle with Jack. He's our upright man, the master of the guild. You may now freely enter the Rogues Guild to speak with Loanward whenever you wish to gain admittance to the guild's headquarters. You look at the head inside. Yes. I got one more class to gain after this, and then I'm going to call it. Hi, I'm the one they call Jack, though I'm surprised you heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name, along with that of the kindly cove has told you mine. Ah, the famous hero. Oh, Lonnie Left Patch let you in, did he? You can't throw a blade for shite, but that one eye don't miss not when it comes to sizing up a dimbered colt for the Stalin. Just one thing, you ain't a pirate, are you? Well then, it's time you was stalled it to the rogue. Pull on your best beater cases, and I'll swear you in myself when you're ready. Now, I could fill your waddles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just will the wind. Most important thing, the only thing we care about is getting the job done. Now, most folk, and I'm assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limbs was founded, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if they didn't lay down a few rules, an unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1, you don't bite the purses of your fellow Lemons, 2, you don't rook a crew out of their spoils, and 3, you don't trade coals like they was chattel. I'll admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now, you might be thinking none of that amounts to a sack of dillberries now that the Admiral's outlawed piracy, but in the back alleys and black markets where Merweb's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. And just as the law is enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest and hand out justice to them as break the code. Some rum-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong coal, and we steal them back. That's the job, my natty lad. Of course, we don't hop the twig when blade work's called for neither. You'll see there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals with the pointy end. We'll weaken a mark with poison, fade away, and strike in the dark man's, whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, hero, what do you say to that? Got the guts to do a rogue's job? Hell yeah, I do. Alright then, first off, we'll have to get your kit sorted out. A rogue needs to be light on his dew-beaters to stay on a mark's trail. The job might have you fighting across the deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing you want is a bleeding great battle axe so it hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we stick to daggers. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through a rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and let's see how they look on you. Just don't get so excited with your new toys that you forget to dress for the role. You'd be surprised at how many colts come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Making fun of your own game. Now I'll actually get this one started. Alright. Stabbers in your fandles. Manage to strap those daggers on without cutting yourself. Well, we're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you want to get a feel of the weight and speed of your new weapons. I reckon these bleating sheets in the field outside Limzo should serve for your first lesson. Aye, test your blades in a few of them lambs and slice up some rats and pugils for good measure. Mind that you mill them beasties one at a time, though, lad. I know you've served far worse in the past, but you're no dimber-damber with them stabbers just yet. Alright, look at that. Right. Alright, one more to grab and good to go for the day. Oh wait, I gotta go back to Gold Saucer and do my scratches again. I did hit the mini jackpot, I got to 10,000 at least once. I get 3 more chances to get more. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. If you prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning, then your discerning intellect may find a home here at our guild. Might you consider enrolling yourself as an initiate? Sure. Aha, just as I predicted. Before we proceed any further, however, let us first feed your appetite for knowledge with a morsel of guild history. Look at this is the last one for now. The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on the process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed to arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, Arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. I need a drink. As such, Admiral Merowib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist guild was established and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges, then you have but to reaffirm your commitment to joining our guild. Cerebral challenges? What about cerebral candy? Go ahead and look it up on my channel. It's got one goodie so far, but I'm going to be building on so much more. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild? Or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Way of the Arcanist. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubrigheim. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy, though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Cool. Yes, I am Thubrigheim. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Muri has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of aether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of this discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze a situation from the moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes, I am. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall next judge your aptitude for our discipline. Thank you, but another time.
believe I have all the classes now, to a certain point. And we were going to go ahead to the airship landing.
And I mean by a certain point due to the fact that I am level locked before I can get to the other ones. Gold Saucer and then Port Home. I like that saying. The car never starts in horror movies because you can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, let's see what we can win. Well, it's not the jackpot on this one. Oh. Well, crap basket. I'll take that. Crap basket skin. Oh well. How many seals do I have? I'm gonna go check and see if I can't rank up before I end this. Ooh, I might be able to rank. Your present rank is Serpent Sergeant 3rd class. In order to be promoted to Serpent Sergeant 2nd class, you must fulfill the following requirements. Yes! In the sight of the elementals, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Serpent Sergeant 2nd class. I am pleased to inform you that as of this moment, you are eligible to undertake expert delivery missions. Which means I can turn in gear from my dungeons for seals, yes. Go forth and do that which brings peace to the 12's wood and honor to our name. Yes. Of course, I'm only going to put stuff that shows from the Hide Armory. Boom, boom. Oh man, I got like a lot of crap to put away. Boom, boom, boom. I don't need that anymore because I've got better. Don't need these. These can go bye-bye. These are also weak. Wow, look at all that crap I gotta turn in already. Nice, I'll do that another time. Probably on off time. Ah, that was a very, well, not really productive in the normal sense, but productive enough for my happiness to have occurred. Managed to get everything picked up. Would have loved to have got some crafting done, but at least I got the rank up that I wanted, so I'll take it. Thank y'all for watching. This has been part 20 of my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to, go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. For those people in the future, keep up with the content. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay, but let's leave the spoilers out. And I'll see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Time for Dreamland. Bye.